What you hear now is the sound of a red alert. I've been out for several days, and the AeroGarden Sprouts have the least amount of reservoir water. And so obviously, I've got a few losses. The lettuce that you see here has suffered from lack of water. My cucumber clones also have, as well as the clone cuttings from the tomatoes. In addition to the plants that I showed you in the AeroGarden Sprouts, the AeroGarden Bounty has more reservoir capacity. Now, I do have some casualties here as well. Some of the microdwarf tomato plants have done quite well, and others have not. So first thought was perhaps that the reservoir water had dropped a little too far, so let's go ahead and try to get the reservoir lid off. And the fill level looks normal, so that is ruled out. Plenty of nutrient water, but what I've noticed is, for example, on this grow sponge, for whatever reason, it has not wicked up water, even though the base of it is sitting in that reservoir water. If I had been available, I could have noticed this a lot sooner and taken steps to remediate what was happening. So what I'm going to do is take the tomato plants that are doing well and focus on their growth. Then I'll probably take cuttings off them and try to get more tomato plants. In my large grow container, the tomato plant you see here has certainly looked better, and I think that I'll probably have to end up pulling this one. Even my prized cucumber plants are looking quite haggard. So it's not been a very nice result, from being out, and I'm probably going to have to do quite a reset. My plan is to pull this lettuce plant out and use the AeroGarden Sprout to start some new seeds. In regards to the cucumber clones, I did find that hiding in the back of the AeroGarden Sprout, that one of the two clone plants was actually doing quite well and should be able to be moved into a larger grow container, looking a lot better than the clone that was in front of it. In regards to the 3 cloned tomato cuttings, they certainly look a little ridiculous, but there's enough green material, plant material on these, that I'm going to try to change out the water, try to get these to recover and root in. I certainly think that they should pull through. My cucumber plants, I will probably pump out the nutrient water, prune back the vines. Regarding the tomato plants, they are 138 days of age, and of the 3 that are in here, some have a little bit better plant growth, green, fresher looking, and I will probably try to revitalize the 2 better plants, maybe take some additional cuttings off those, because clones from more mature plants tend to produce a little sooner. And if you're wondering what this is, it's just an experiment. I tossed a small red cabbage plant in. It's supposed to get up to about 3-4 pounds, in terms of the head on it. And I'll be curious to see whether or not that grows alongside the 2 tomato plants. Fortunately, I had some additional lettuce plants that were moved to this AeroGarden Bounty, and I should be able to get salads off these soon. The little camera that is sitting over the side has been doing time lapses, so I could show you the growth of these plants. So it's not all been a failure. Another success has been the let pot garden that has the reservoir to the left. And these cascading petunia plants are looking nice. So, in conclusion to all this that I'm sharing with you, my two tips are: never think that you know the future, and always try to have multiple things started up, seedlings, different garden systems, because you'll never know if you'll have a situation where some of those will crash. And the second tip that I have is the systems that have external reservoirs, such as the let pot and autopot systems, will go a lot farther during unexpected times than standard gardens. And if you find that your life is quite busy, those would be systems that you might want to implement in your indoor gardens.